Don't you forget your special. Don't you forget your special. Don't you forget your special.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Able Show podcast. I am your host, Olden Polonese, and I am joined by my co-hosts,
Scott Ely.
Rebecca Costanzo.
Bruna Bertazzi.
And here at the Able Show podcast, we bring you amazing, amazing guests. And again, today we have another one. A funny comedian, Mr. Kwame Siegel. And so we're gonna take a quick break. Oh, before we take our break, we gotta say what's up to DJ X-Ray, the resident DJ, of course. But here at the Able Show podcast, like I said, we bring you amazing talent, amazing people, whether it's in the world of music, sports, comedy, whatever it is. We're gonna find them and bring them to you and share their amazing stories because we are able here at the Able Show. So we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we are joined by comedian Kwame Siegel.
Special. Don't you forget your special. Don't you forget your special. Don't you forget.
We outside, don't make some noise, turn up, y'all turn up, we outside, baby, we outside. We outside. Thank you for pulling up, you know what I'm saying? You got a brother feeling like Usher out this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? He's like, sing like ass. Big shouts out to Usher, like that was the best, you know what I'm saying, comeback from I've ever seen in my life. That was amazing, y'all. He got that shit off.
All right, welcome back to the Able Show podcast, and again, we are joined by Mr. Kwame Siegel. How you doing, Kwame?
I'm blessed, man. Thank you for bringing me out here, man. Provided a platform for me to pay my child support. Everything counts.
Now that you start off with a joke, I got a question that's funny to me.
Yes.
How you end up with a Jewish name?
Man, back in the late 80s, my mother was just running through these Jewish men. It just happened. It just happened like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Yarmulke and all, you know what I'm saying? Just running through them.
Oh,
and here I am with y'all.
Here you are, the
She was doing the do, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, she was doing the. No,
Wait, no, actually, you know, I'm from Baltimore, but my mother's from Ghana, and her exchange student parents are the Siegels, and she was adopted by them, and
Are you serious right now?
That's how it happens, man.
It's hard to know when comedians are being serious.
It's hard because, you know what I'm saying?
Serious right now.
I'm dead ass, that's how it happens.
Wow, that's so cool, though.
Yep. So here I am with y'all. You know what I'm saying? You got the Shakira lookalike. You got Timberland over here. You got the Brazilian Portuguese chick. You know what I'm saying? If I would have known you had the baddies, I would have brought my back and bearskins. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. I always thought we was hanging out. I thought we was hanging out.
Still time.
I just thought we was hanging out. I didn't know it was gonna be like this. I just thought we was having a casual show. You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
Here we go.
I can't.
Everybody go laugh. Oh my God.
Here we go.
Oh, wow.
How long have you been doing comedy? Seems like you're just quite in tune with it.
Well, you know, I've been doing it since 10th grade, and it's still like, you're still looking for a break, you're still trying to do it, you know, but now I'm here with the Clipper legend. Come on now, life is great. I've always been a God for grace. What can I say? You know what I'm saying? OP.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So 10th grade.
Yeah.
How old is that 10th grade?
9, 10.
I don't know anymore.
I think you're
I know some kids that are 10th grade, they're 21, so I don't know.
Yeah. So it just takes some time, you know, back in school, I used to, my boys would rap, and I would just host their rap shows, that, you know what I'm saying, for the school, I would just host it, and it's just about, I think comedy, it's just about being comfortable in front of the camera, you know what I'm saying, and that's why we love greats like Eddie Murphy so much. He's so comfortable, we just feel like you know him through the lens, you know, and through the screen. So like, I was just comfortable hosting and, you know, just started doing comedy.
So, okay, let's stay with that right quick. So you're comfortable, it seems like you're very comfortable, okay? So, but the first time you got up on that stage in front of all those people, tell me the truth.
It was good. It came back. It came back. You know, it's adrenaline because like even when you fail in comedy, you can like grow 100 years overnight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you'll learn to not say that. Like, you know, I really didn't have to talk about her. Like that was inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? Like that was, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll just figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard, but you know you just want to redeem yourself and get back on that stage and do your thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, comedy is really it's difficult, right? Because you need to think fast.
Yeah.
And then also is really political. Like at the same time you're like talking like joke, but at the same time you talk the truth, like in the joke.
You can get jammed up that way. You can get jammed up that way in both holes. But what I'm trying to say is that like now in this day and age, like you gotta really be careful for what you say, because even if you say something that gets a standing ovation from the crowd, somebody could just tell, they could email, the club owner that they're offended that you said so-and-so about what,
Get you canceled.
and you could be banned from that club.
But America is not free of speech.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You talk about free speech. There's no such thing.
There's consequences to everything.
I know, right? There's always consequences.
Yeah.
So now,
okay,
we have some great writers here. And one of the questions I remember seeing on a sheet is, are you more a scripted writer? You write down your jokes, or do you go off the cuff?
For me, it's more a topic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been blessed to have been open up for Eddie Griffin since I was 19. So like, I didn't do any like, a lot of comedians do open mics and coffee shops and things like that. I was always blessed to have sold out crowds. So like,
how did you just open up for one of the best?
it's manifestation, OP, for real. Like you gotta like, when I went to New York for the first time, I was lying to the club owners. I had on my resume, I opened up for Eddie Griffin before I ever met him. On God.
Wow.
Before I ever met him. And then when I told him like, and I tell him on stage, he'd be like, I told you, man, you gotta fake it till you make it. Like it was no surprise to him. Like that's how it gets down.
Wow.
So it just happened that way.
The hustle.
And I just always had those sold out crowds. So like when I rehearse and I'm in my living room going back and forth thinking about what topic I want to discuss, which is normally, relationships, you know what I'm saying? Because beautiful women like y'all, deserve to have so
What do you say? What? No.
So that's what y'all deserve the best of the best. And
I understand English now, right? I understand English now. This is not cool.
Hilarious. Dude,
It's not cool at all.
that's a funny bit right there.
yeah. So,
That's a funny bit.
Okay.
I like that.
under those circumstances, you just know it's gonna work with the crowd, and so by the time I get on stage, it just works itself out.
Do you ever feel bad about a joke?
Not
Good
really.
question.
Sometimes that like you could like if you just clown in the front row and it's a couple and you probably made a tear in their relationship. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be
It's
a
already
tough
on thin
car ride
ice.
home.
They're gonna be
You'd be like,
talking
"Man,
for
I
you.
shouldn't have done that. I didn't have to expose that. He slept with the whole football team.
That's a great point you just made. Because when we watch comedy, a lot of times I always wonder, it's like, I wonder do they like get mad that the comedian said that, but he's just telling a joke. You're telling a joke, but the lady is
They
thinking,
say-
oh, my man is this way.
Yeah, it's hard because it's like sometimes you really just talking trash. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to curse, but you're just talking trash, and it's like it's harmless and non-offensive, but you don't know where somebody else's spirit's coming from. You don't know what what kind of conversation they had. You don't know who passed or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You out here breaking up relationships.
It can happen, man.
It's dangerous a little bit, right, for you.
Excuse me?
Dangerous, right, for you. Like you need to be careful.
on the edge.
Like I don't know.
It's a sexy accent. Like I don't know. Gonna take me with this. I don't know why we still have our clothes on.
Oh my
why we
God.
I'm in China. Okay, let's go to
Like what are we doing here? Like why are we
It's not
talking
that
about
kind of couch, okay?
NBA legends? Oh, you got me here with NBA legends, and I'm
That's
why
hilarious.
we here?
Okay, hold on one second.
Save us.
We gotta take a quick break. We gotta douse
break.
Kwame
Let's
with
go
some
to break.
cold water right quick. But when we come back, we'll join by comedian Kwame Siegel. We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know. It's like I feel like I got the worst luck when it comes to dating. Like, why I gotta run to the girl that wants to take it slow when she gets to me? You know what I'm saying? Like she been for the whole neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Yo, tag team and running all kind of crazy freaky trains and shit. And then when it's my turn, it's over? What? Baby, we just met. I can see a possible relationship, a possible future. You got 4 kids. And you're only 19. Like, I mean, I'm saying though, like, why'd you have to find Jesus when it was my turn? I don't understand why the Holy Ghost is blocking me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, dude.
Much.
Wow. Okay, so that's how you feeling, huh?
Yeah. There you go.
Wow, that was a great
That's
bit.
good.
Oh my God. So anyway, welcome back. Man, this dude got me in tears, man. It's like you go at her and then we see the scene. Man, okay, so let's get serious a little bit. Now I know you have you're about to start a podcast, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to talk about that because the components about it are really interesting.
Well, it's with my girlfriend, fiance, you know, future wife, all of that, you know what I'm saying?
Make up her mind.
You know, it's LA, so it's complicated, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
But nah, it's a beautiful thing, and you know, when I'm on stage, I'll always talk about relationships. Like I said, it's whether you're in Milwaukee, Nebraska, you know, Kansas, there's gonna be couples in the audience, and you can always relate. That's why, you know, I always tell young comedians, that's always a great topic to talk about, you know, it's a discussion. But we have our own his and her, you know, podcast, and we're just discussing about, you know, relationships. And right now, it's hard to date. It's not only hard to date in LA, but it's hard to date in the world. I mean, IG has just put these expectations on everybody that can't be met.
The apps.
Know? Yeah. Everybody's not an NBA veteran. You know what I'm saying? DoorDash has not been good to me. Okay. So, it's different. It's different. My money different. I have the explanation. My money different. You know. This is Russell Simmons rush card. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? This ain't the platinum joint. This ain't the, you know, this is different, shorty. This is different.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so when is this podcast coming out?
Look out for it soon, you know. Probably as soon as this airs, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be out there doing our thing.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you well with that.
Thank you, sir.
But back to comedy. So, besides Eddie Griffin, who else have you worked with?
The great Charlie Murphy, the great late Charlie Murphy.
Oh, man.
It was just a blessing.
Charlie
Murphy, man. You know.
How this happened? Tell us everything.
Well, what happened was, you know, what's so beautiful about Charlie's growth, especially, you know, before he passed, he actually took over for Eddie Murphy later as an adult. Because, you know, Eddie Murphy started comedy so young. So when you see Charlie, that's just him taking what Eddie left off, you know, and he was just really getting nice. Because, you know, Charlie would tell these stories in the green room, and he, you know, has such a free spirit, but he really couldn't do that on stage until until he passed. Like, he started getting real good and real comfortable on stage, and he would just tell us like how he'd get paid for these shows, and you know, working with the Chappelle fame he had, they would be expecting an Eddie Murphy type of, you know, response, and he'd get booed, and he'd be like, there'd be somebody in the back, "You ain't Eddie." And it was just like, he had so much humility that he would tell those stories, you know what I'm saying? And he told me that one time after he got booed off the stage, sometime in St. Louis or whatever, he said, "Yeah, man, I got booed off the stage, and you know, Nelly and the Lunatics was dead. You know, they was all clowning me. I said, yo, y'all can meet me in the hotel. I got my pistol." And he was like, he said he called Eddie Murphy that night, his brother, and he was like, "Ed, man, you know," crying like, "Man, they just booed me off stage, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, I never had this type of, you know what I'm saying, failure before." Eddie said, "Look, do you think you Richard Pryor?" Everybody's been booed off the stage, man. Don't call me with this, and hung up on him in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And that's the truth. Like, it's like the Super Bowl, man. You never know. You never know when you're gonna be back on stage. You never know how good it could be, or you never know. You just gotta be prepared.
That's why I tell young people, it's like no matter what your profession, we've all messed up.
Yeah.
You know, whether you got dunked on, crossed over,
Yeah.
bombed. I had a bomb. Eddie Murphy had a bomb movie.
Yeah, it can happen to anybody.
So it's
man.
like
It can happen to
anybody.
anybody, yeah.
I had the pleasure of, hanging out with Charlie, and it was like, dude like off camera, he's hilarious.
Exactly.
He's hilarious. Like you
Absolutely.
said, with the stories,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's just, he just has so many stories. He takes you there.
Yeah.
You know, like you see yourself, oh my God, I'm in his story right now.
He's very gifted, and what's so crazy is that his cousin Rich Murphy still manages me now, and I'll go over there to Eddie's mansion in Beverly Hills, and like Ray, he does the whole compound, like he takes care of the whole compound of Ray, and he'd be like, yo, they in a den. I hear him in the back like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what they motherfuckers thinking is going on. I want to curse. Anyway, I'm thinking that it's Charlie and it's Eddie. So when Eddie's real comfortable, he sounds just like Charlie. He sounds just like Charlie. And then when you see Charlie on stage, his face metamorphoses to Eddie. It's the most craziest thing, man. I miss Charlie so much. Yeah.
Funny dude. Shirts versus blouses.
Yeah, the Prince episode. Hilarious. Yeah,
That's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah. I mean, Charlie was so gangster. I don't think y'all know. Like, he used to like really walk around with 10 racks in his pocket. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he did a bid in prison while Eddie was real big, huh?
For our audience who may not know, what's 10 racks?
Oh, 10 racks. That's about 10 thou. You know what I'm saying? You know, 10 thou. That was just his style, man. He was just a street dude. And it was just like, just a remarkable person. I really miss him.
I see the hat, and I know you're from Baltimore, but are you a fan of the Orioles?
Man, Cal Ripken.
Oh, Jesus, you did not go all the way back to Cal Ripken.
You have to understand, so a good friend of mine, Maverick, lives like down the street.
You might as well have said Brooke Robinson.
Brooke Robinson, rest in peace. But I say that all to say a good friend of mine, Maverick, lives over here in Bel Air, next to Dave Winfield, and Dave Winfield and them introduced me to Eddie Murray. And I know y'all had Eddie Murray in the Dodgers, but I know him as an Oriole. And I mean, anytime I see Eddie Murray, I just get excited. I got pictures with him on my gram. Like, it's just like Eddie Murray, he's like the only switch hitter behind Mickey Mantle that has the most home runs. Of course, he's in the Hall of Fame, but like, he's right behind Mickey Mantle. Yeah, switch
one of my
hitter.
favorite people.
Yeah, good person.
I do a lot of golf tournaments, and when Eddie's around,
so you see him often. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm like, oh my God, you're Eddie Murray.
and you know, it was so crazy. He's so humble. Like, if he was like cocky, like, you know, a Deion Sanders, he might be louder in history. But he's accomplished a lot.
His brother's the cocky one.
Oh, for real? His older brother, younger brother?
The younger one.
Okay.
He's the cocky one, because I did a golf tournament with him in San Francisco.
And he
walking around like he Eddie.
That's how it be, right? The brothers lived a better life than the man, right? That's it. Yeah, Eddie's a good guy, definitely.
Scott had a question.
Yeah.
How does it feel like when you're playing or when you're performing at home in Baltimore? Like, is there more praise and applause than anywhere else, or?
Well, you know, I just try to concentrate. You know what I'm saying? First with the comedy, and then I think about like after the show how many. That's like. That's oh my
Wait a minute, did he say he has a white girlfriend? That's why it's complicated.
Nah. It's definitely, if somebody says the two hardest places to perform at, period, is your hometown and Chicago. Okay? And if you're from Chicago, like a D-Ray or somebody like that, little bro, good luck to you. Yeah, it's hard. Like,
I mean, your hometown is Chicago, but not New York.
It's always your home. New York, Miami, man, I love those places. I've always been blessed. Like, I've always had good responses in Carolinas or the Miami.
Why is it cold in Chicago?
Chicago, man, they have real problems.
Really?
they come with some real life problems, and when you coming from that, it's like just a harder crescendo to meet. You know, it's just different. But Baltimore's hard too. But I just think it's, you know, when you're from that hometown, it's definitely wherever hometown you're gonna be. Like Eddie Griffin has problems in Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's the dynamic of being a comedian.
Wow. Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're again joined by Kwame Siegel.
Angels calling us, we can see the sunrise before us. And when I'm in that thing, I make that body sing. I make it say, wee, 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 wee.
And I'm trying to tell you right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Baltimore. I don't have your typical Hollywood preference in women. Like, I like big girls. No. Big girls, okay? I'm talking about the sinkhole belly button, you know what I'm saying? With the fat hips and pancake areolas, big girls. Like, straight up. Like, a skinny girl can do nothing for me but bring me my big food. Like, I'm into big girls.
Oh my God, man, my throat hurts from laughing so much. Welcome back to the Able Show podcast. Again, we are joined by Kwame Siegel.
Hey.
That's S-I-E-G-E-L, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
I have one question. Have so many kinds of comedies, right? I love Charlie Chaplin and Mr. Bean, Charlie Chaplin and Mr. Bean.
That's like PG.
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean, I love it.
I want to know who Charlie
You guys
Chaplin
understand,
is.
right? You guys understand. And then Mr.
But
Bean.
you know, Brazilian TV be behind. They be behind.
I love it.
In black and white.
The internet down
Still in
there.
black and
They don't
white.
got the internet
love
down
it.
there.
But
She's watching
this
the Three
is my-
Stooges.
Y'all just got Charlie Chaplin?
Yes, but this is my example of comedy. I never watched stand-up comedy.
Okay.
Like, this is not our culture. We don't do that. But here is really popular in United States because this I love Charlie Chaplin in Mr. Bean. And then how is so stupid? And how is for you, like, why you choose like stand-up comedy? This is my question.
I just think like stand-up comedy is the art. You know what I'm saying? You can see all these skits on the Instagram and I see these young comedians now as if I'm 100 years old, but I see these young comedians now, they're just trying to get famous, just slip and sliding on some laundry detergent down the grocery aisle and getting views and things. That's not my style.
That's not
Comedy, stand-up comedy goes back to the caveman in front of the campfire, just talking trash, you know what I'm saying, lighting everybody up, and it's just having fun, just roasting people, the audience, and having a good time talking about topics.
But you're right, though. I mean, most of those people, you put them on stage, they freeze and they bomb.
Earthquake, my big brother, you know what I'm saying? I can't give a shout out to my DCD and then brother, Earthquake. He says, it's not how many followers you have, it's how many comedians you can follow. Because the hardest thing is,
I like that.
Yes, because the hardest thing to do is have a comedian that just killed it and then follow him. Because then you're like, you gotta reevaluate your whole self.
So name me a couple guys you can follow.
Or ladies.
Who inspired you,
Yeah,
Like,
Mr.
give me some
Baltimore.
inspiration. Let's go.
It's unfortunate in my career, like, I headline, but I feature a lot, and, most of the time you deal with a lot of smart
You
club
can follow
promoters and
Shucky
bookers.
Ducky, huh?
Shucky Ducky, I'm killing it. Shucky Ducky, but Cat Williams, I'm biting my nails. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that what you have to do is just take that momentum and use it for your benefit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like anything else. When you're on the court, you know what I'm saying? You're not trying to be Jordan, you're not trying to be Bird, just doing what you do and your strength. If you in the post, you in the paint, that's your strength. You know what I'm saying?
Great point.
I'm not gonna try to do voices like Ari Spears. I'm just gonna be true to myself. You know what I'm saying? And you wanna go down losing, lose like that. Don't lose trying to be somebody else.
All right, let's stay on that now. I love that answer,
Yes.
but let's stay on that.
Yeah.
We got the big comedy beef right now since you brought up Cat Williams, him and Steve Harvey and everybody else.
Yeah.
Now, having known all these comedians, whether it was Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, and all those guys, Martin Lawrence, I know about joke stealing or joke retelling.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
It's very prevalent.
It happens.
Yeah, because there's only so much you can do. So what's your take on all of this?
Well,
Comedy beef.
First of all, big shouts to Cat because like Cat disrupted the rotation of the earth with that interview. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm not proud to hear that he said Earthquake was illiterate. We're not gonna talk about no black man being illiterate. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But at the same time, there is collusion that exists in the comedy game. You know what I'm saying? It's not like everybody's just there to be there. And it's okay to just bring up those flaws. But at the same time, I think that everybody's art should be respected, and I feel for Steve Harvey and them that they're at retirement and cats like just, you know what I'm saying, talking to them crazy like that. But it's just the life that we chose, you know.
But I thought it really, like you said, it shifted the axis a little bit, but it made people relevant all over again.
That's beautiful, you know what I'm saying. I mean, it's just crazy when it just becomes like some WWE, WNO type, you know. It shouldn't be that way. It should be in truth, you know what I'm saying? And like Earthquake says, just keep it on stage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do it like that. But I think what Cat did was just very entertaining. I can't wait for part 2. I think that it will, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, probably get 100 million, views. But I think at the same time, what's happening between Monique and who was it? Monique and DL? Who was it?
Yeah, Monique and DL.
It's all these beefs. It's like, yo, wait, rappers, like just chill. Like I don't know how you can make 6 figures a year and cry about anything. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's
6 figures plus.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So you just have to be humble and just accept what you got.
Have you worked with with Kevin?
Okay, yeah, I'm right here on Quake's House, Kevin Hart's Network. I love Kevin's stuff, man. But Kevin's at the point in time, like you said, about politics of comedy. There's some things that he can't mention because he's so big. And I mean, when you work for over 300 million, you can't just like talk about transgenders and stuff like that, like Chappelle and all that, and get away with that kind of stuff. So he is limited. Somebody like myself that I'm still out here doing the DoorDash. I can say whatever I want.
Oh, I love
Okay,
that.
I've heard a lot of male comics. Do you have any favorite female comics? You have a lot of
Females.
to say about women, so at least think some of them are funny.
I love
Are women funny?
I love our girls on Quake's House. I love Kamira, you know what I'm saying? I love Tiffany Haddish, you know what I'm saying? I think Tiffany
yeah.
Haddish is probably like the most attractive female comedian since Lucille Ball,
There we go.
I just think.
Don't get Lucy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love her.
I
Yeah.
want to make sure Lucy's been to Brazil.
But she's like,
She only
it's
follows
long
the black
time.
and
Yeah,
whites.
Lucy is.
If I was the black and whites, but no, I love all the female comedians. I'm blacking out right now. I can't think of a million of them, but yeah.
You're already
There was
enjoying
At least a
another
couple. You
question.
need a
Yeah,
couple.
you're right.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to ask the question, but go ahead.
Yeah. Kayla?
So I want to know, like, you are funny. I really do think you're funny. I'm wondering, when are you going to have like a Netflix special?
Well, we're shooting my special on the 28th.
Woo!
Okay, I don't want to say the month because I don't know what's going to air. So yeah, the 28th.
Right.
And it's not sold to Netflix yet, but we're shooting in a nice place where
that's
it'll be possible and the
Tell
directors
them.
everything with Netflix.
28th.
The director
there.
already has Netflix specials on Netflix. So yeah.
28th of June. Remember.
Yeah. The 28th is good. So that Wednesday, I want y'all to pull up, free tickets. You know what I'm saying? We have a good time.
Of this month?
Of this month, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, pull up, man, and bring the baddies, bring them with you.
Be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We can make it happen, but we take care of y'all.
Okay, I'm going to, again, they didn't ask the question. Have you worked, what's the difference, black room, white room?
Oh, that's a big difference. That's a good question because a reason why a lot of the black comedians have that same delivery where you gotta pop, pop, because black people don't have attention span. Black people don't have they have a short attention span.
That's true.
So it's like you gotta hit them with the pop, pop. Gotta keep on coming with them. And then white people, y'all just listen forever. White people like you could just talk. That's why Dane Cook and them just be talking. It take like 45 minutes to get to the punchline.
I
talking
find
forever.
like a lot of white comics to be a lot more self-deprecating.
They
Right, or-
that pity me
Right,
comedy,
like,
like that
yeah.
Stephen Wright, pity me comedy.
I love Steve.
But I think that the best audience ever is my Latinos.
Yes.
Because the reason why I say that is because they have the attention span of white people
Right.
and they have the energy of black people. So they're gonna really like the
Please, Kwame, tell us how we can find you, follow you, and all that good stuff.
Okay, fellas at home, every Friday night you can catch me at your girl's crib. Her roommate's out of town, so we're gonna be extra loud. You know it. I'm not psyched. Hit me up on the gram.
The social media.
Hit me up on the gram at kwame.siegel on Instagram. Hit me on the gram. I do a lot of red carpet corresponding for BET Plus, and we're just doing our thing out here, and I love it.
Oh my God, thank you so
great
much for
energy,
joining us.
great
Oh my
energy.
God.
Thank you.
You need to have a
That's too
YouTube
funny.
channel, like you always talking to people. YouTube channel for people follow you. You need to have
Yeah.
that.
Hit me in the gram. Let's do it. Yeah. Pull
Okay,
up.
So everybody get at Kwame. Thank you so much for joining us. Kwame, thank you for being here.
for having me.
And for my co-hosts, Scott, Rebecca, and Bruna. And my man, DJ X-Ray. You gonna take us out, DJ X-Ray? We'll see you next time. Be able.
Here come the minute man.
the horizon, bright light into sight tight. Camera zoom on the impending doom. But then like boom, black suits fill the room up with the quickness. Talk with the witnesses, hypnotizer, neuralizer. Vivid memories turn to fantasies. Ain't no MIBs, can I please? Do what we say, that's the way we kick it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Or see a noisy cricket get wicked.